ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನಾನು ಸಂದೀಪ್ ನಾರಾಯಣ್. ರಾಮ ಮಂತ್ರವ ಜಪಿಸೋ ಹೇ ಮನೋಜ, ರಾಮ ಮಂತ್ರವ ಜಪಿಸೋ. Yeah, there's no secret or surprise about who my wife is and who my father-in-law is. Everybody knows Sadhguru is my father-in-law. Chandrachuda, this is one of the other ones. Yeah, it's my favorite, but also huge hit and in Karnataka especially. Chandrachuda Shiva Shankara Parvati, Chandrachuda Shiva Shankara Parvati, Ramana Ninage Namo Namo. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನಾನು ಸಂದೀಪ್ ನಾರಾಯಣ್. ರಾಮನವಮಿಯ ಪ್ರಯುಕ್ತ ನಾನು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಬಂದಿದ್ದು ತುಂಬ ಸಂತೋಷ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ರಾಮ ಮಂತ್ರವ ಜಪಿಸೋ ಹೇ ಮನೋಜ, ರಾಮ ಮಂತ್ರವ ಜಪಿಸೋ ಹೇ ಮನೋಜ, ರಾಮ ಮಂತ್ರವ ಜಪಿಸೋ ಹೇ ಮನೋಜ, ರಾಮ ಮಂತ್ರವ ಜಪಿಸೋ. My mother was my first teacher, Shubha Narayan. She's in Los Angeles. She has a big music school. My father was organizing concerts in Los Angeles, and my brothers both learned Carnatic music. So I was born in a very musical household, I should say, and surrounded by music and musicians constantly. So my interest was from, you can say, even before I was born. There was already so much music happening in the house, so that was kind of only natural that I took to it. But I had a strong inclination and interest from a very young age, even probably more than my family. So, I think the interest grew for me, and I took it up more seriously later on. What is the daily routine? It's not anything fixed. I think when you're an artist, you don't have any 9 to 5 schedule, so I don't have anything where I have to be at the office or any certain timings as such. But usually if I'm in Chennai, then in the mornings is when I have students around the world, so usually mornings in Indian time is when I schedule the classes. So wherever they are, usually it's in the US, and then in their night time they have classes. So the day starts like that. I also do some vocal exercises in the morning, and kind of a lot of it is warming up the voice in the mornings and warming up the body, and then having class, and then after that getting into my practice as the day goes on. I think when we're at home in Chennai, which is not that often, it's a lot of housework also, so you're trying to get the house going and maintain those things. So that takes up the first half of the day. Then by second half, I'm a little free to focus on my own things. My schedule used to be, earlier on, it used to be a lot of my going for class and learning, and then going for concerts and practice. Now that has changed a lot with my increased schedule, the hectic nature of my schedule rather, that I just love to be at home. If I can just relax at home, those days are very few, so I enjoy those days. Otherwise, the other days, it's like airport, airplane, hotel, concert, back to hotel, back to airport, on the airplane. That ends up being the daily routine. My favorite song keeps changing. One is, as we keep learning new songs, the latest song always feels like it's the favorite. Or some could be Ragam Tanam Pallavi, could be a Tilana, whatever it is, the latest thing kind of ends up being the favorite because it keeps running through your head. But aside from that, I think the things which get requested from the audience, that also keeps running through my head. So yesterday we had the concert in Ramaseva Mandali in Bangalore, and I always get this request for Rama Mantra Vajapi. So when I come to Bangalore, especially in the Ramanavami time, this seems to be a favorite. So last 48 hours, that song, because I got a request in like some message in social media, that song has been running in my head non-stop the last 48 hours. So yesterday morning at home I sang it, yesterday evening in the concert I sang it. Now that I've said this, I'm sure the next 24 hours it's going to be going in my head. So there's no one favorite song. It keeps changing as the mood changes, and as we keep learning, the favorites keep changing also. Chandrachuda, this is one of the other ones. Yeah, it's my favorite, but also huge hit, and in Karnataka especially. And interestingly, not just Karnataka. Here, of course, because of the language and being a composition of Sri Purandardasar, there's a connection. But if I go around the world also, people from all backgrounds, they love that song. That's really struck a chord. It's really hit and touched people. So I also love that song. Sure, I can sing a couple of lines. Chandrachuda Shiva Shankara Parvati, Chandrachuda Shiva Shankara Parvati, Ramana Ninage Namo Namo. Chandrachuda Shiva Shankara Parvati, Ramana Ninage Namo Namo. Ramana Ninage Namo Namo. Ramana Ninage Namo Namo. Oh, this question gets asked so often, but the ragam keeps changing every day. Yesterday I sang Ahir Bhairav, so now that's in my mind. I like that ragam. Tomorrow it will change. Chennai. Oh no, all the Bangalore people seeing this are going to kill me. My second favorite place is Bangalore. Oh gosh, my hobbies keep changing over the years. I don't know. I used to say scuba diving because I loved going scuba diving, but it's been many years since I went. Favorite food. My favorite food is pizza. Oh, memorable concert. I think every concert sticks in my mind. Now, yesterday's concert is running through my mind. I had a great experience last week in Singapore. We had like 800 people. See, for me, the connection, as I said, to Carnatic music was that it's in my family. My family is so strongly interested and rooted in Carnatic music because of generations of that interest. My grandparents, great-grandparents, everybody had such a strong interest. I think with each generation that interest became more. So some were just supporters, listeners. My grandfather in Tiruvayare was a patron of the arts, of the Tyagaraja Aradhana, which is still happening today. My father learned music, my mother learned music, and then my brothers have learned. So I think with each generation that interest grew, which naturally for us was Carnatic music being from the south, and Carnatic music being predominant in the south, and Hindustani being more predominant in the north. So what happened though, as I learned more and more Carnatic, I actually started getting very interested in Hindustani music and even other genres of music. Growing up in Los Angeles, I listened to a lot of rap and hip-hop and R&B, rock, alternative music. I listened to all of these genres of music growing up. I probably didn't have a strong passion for those Western genres more than just the listening. Now I'm seeing how to connect those things, and I worked on collaborative albums such as Arul, which is combining Carnatic sounds with hip-hop, R&B, and Afro beats. That's like a really amazing collaboration I'm so proud of. But I do love Hindustani music today. I listen to a lot of Hindustani music. I'm a big fan of many artists in Hindustani, and now doing jugalbandis with like some fantastic top-rated, the most talented of the Hindustani tradition. I have a very strong interest, and I like to see where we can connect the two. I think the differences of Carnatic and Hindustani, the differences of Carnatic and other genres, whether it's pop genres, rap, hip-hop, those are always highlighted. People will talk about, oh, this is traditional and classical and that's popular in different mainstream. But I actually feel very strongly that, especially with Carnatic music, there is such a strong connection that can be made with almost any genre in the world. That's the versatility of Carnatic music. So definitely with Hindustani tradition, there's so much overlap. And I want to bring that and unify, rather than us always highlighting what are the differences, what makes us separate. Yes, there is definitely a beauty in that uniqueness. But instead of highlighting what is different all the time, we should also see where there's that overlap, where that synergy can come, where we can bridge that connection, because I think it'll bring more people together and more cultures together, which is also very needed in today's world. Yeah, there's no secret or surprise about who my wife is and who my father-in-law is. Everybody knows Sadhguru is my father-in-law. I think the thing that surprises people though is the story of how me and Radhe met each other and how everything happened. That's what everybody wants to know. Me and Radhe met in Chennai, her being a Bharatanatyam dancer. It's a very close circle of music and dance and the art scene in general. In Chennai, we tend to know each other and know everybody quite well. So we met in that circle of friends and became quite close over a couple of years. The funny thing was, I don't think it's like I approached Sadhguru to ask anything. He actually wanted to meet me. He found out I was probably a little scared to meet him, but he was very open and very welcoming, and he spoke to me very openly and straightforward. And he asked me what are my plans. See, the thing is, for me, till that point, I had moved to India in 2006 with nothing but music on my mind. I was done with my academic studies. I didn't want to study more. I didn't want to work. Those are all the things I could do in the US. I wanted to move to Chennai for nothing but music. So I was so focused on that and nothing else in my life that Radhe also entered my life as a bit of an unexpected thing, you know, that timing, and it was nothing planned as such. So when Sadhguru asked me this, I said, I don't know. I don't have any plans other than with my music. For my music to grow, I'm just doing nothing but practicing and practicing and learning and learning. So he just advised me that this will also be a good step for you, and think about this. There was not really much pressure, I think, on any side. It was just one of those things that to think about and take the next step. So that's pretty much how it happened. And I don't think there was any moment where I asked him as such. Luckily, he also was okay with me and didn't have any issues. Thank you for that. So everything worked out in the end, and yeah, it's been a wonderful experience. I don't think that children today are disconnected from music. They're disconnected a little bit from the traditional arts in general. That's because what are they exposed to the most? They're exposed more to pop music. There's such an affinity and sort of inclination towards the West. Any artist who's coming from US or UK or Canada or Australia automatically is thought of as, you know, something so special and somehow better. Special, yes. Different, yes. Unique, yes. Beautiful, yes. But better, I don't know why. That's the thing, that's the part that I disagree with. Just different and unique in their own way, all these genres of music. The thing is that it's thought of as cool, and Carnatic and Hindustani and traditional arts and even the folk arts of India are not thought as cool anymore. That has to change. That perception has to change. We need to see how to do that. So I'm trying my best. There's so many artists today that are doing a fantastic job of connecting classical to wider audiences. I mean, many artists are doing it today. I think that this is a great time. And I ran into a very popular artist in the airport the other day, and we were just discussing, and he was saying this is such a great time for the classical arts to reach more people, because we also have mediums like social media, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. So now when we want to do something, we have access and possibility to reach thousands, if not lakhs, if not millions of people, overnight. So with that ability, we just have to figure out how to package things differently and present things differently. Of course, a lot of it has to do with the education as well. So education early on with children and exposure to Carnatic, to Hindustani, to the more classical traditions is very important. It makes a huge difference. Many people later on in their life will come and say, oh, I regret that I never learned this properly. I regret that I could not understand this better, because now I want to understand. Now I feel I've missed out. So that early exposure and early education is so important, and only now many people are realizing what people have been saying for many decades. Now more people are realizing that. In that way, we have Samskriti School in Isha Foundation, which is doing an excellent job of, it's a completely arts-based focused schooling system that Sadhguru has designed in Isha Foundation in Coimbatore, where the students primarily focus on Carnatic, on Hindustani, on Bharatanatyam, on Kalaripayattu, along with that, of course, yoga, Sanskritam, Ayurveda, Siddha. I mean, all basically you see that the real core, the heart of Indian culture and tradition is now being sort of revived and promoted there. And we have hundreds of students now taking to it as a result of that. Not everybody is going to come out of that being a Carnatic musician or vocalist or a dancer or most proficient in those fields, but at least they have such a strong foundation and background, and from there they can do many things. So I think this is important, that becomes one of the core subjects. It doesn't only have to be in Samskriti. Even in our academic institutions around the country, around the world, we can introduce things like music and dance and Kalaripayattu to some just at least some basic fundamentals, if they're introduced, students will have a little bit of a knowledge that they know about this. Their awareness will go up. Then they can at least listen to a concert and appreciate. They can go and see a dance program and appreciate what's happening. And they may take to it. They may have some inherent talent, but only if we give that opportunity, then that will come out. If it's never even exposed, if they're never exposed to that and that awareness is not there, there may be some hidden talents all across the country and across the world. I'm sure there is. That's just not getting the chance to even come out and show that. Yes, it was an absolute honor and my privilege to receive the Memorial Award in memory of Shri S.M. Krishna. It means so much. I was saying in the event as well, it's not just another award to add to a list. We're always so grateful to receive any sort of recognition. I don't want to discount any other recognitions or awards, but this one was very special to me because last year I had a few interactions with S.M. Krishna sir, and they just are short, but something about the way he just conducts himself and the humility with which he was speaking to me was something that touched me. And two very quick incident stories I can share about S.M. Krishna sir that were my personal experiences. Last year in 2024, early 2024, I had a concert in Chowdaya Memorial Hall, and I got a message saying that Shri S.M. Krishna would like to attend the concert. So he may be coming that day. So the day of the concert, they said he's coming. But of course, you never know, last minute things can change, especially somebody of his stature, his schedule might change in the last minute. The organizers were aware that he would be coming. And I remember just before going on the stage, I didn't know if he had reached or not, and I was feeling a little nervous that somebody should receive him. I was in the backstage. I was going to the stage and I asked the organizers, I said, please send somebody to the entrance to receive sir when he comes, and make sure that he gets a good seat. And they said, no, he's already come. He's been here 15 minutes. He's sitting in the front row. He's waiting. I said, oh my God, okay, I didn't know that. I was so happy. So then I started the concert, and I didn't get a chance to speak to him because I had to rush to the stage. And I was just thinking, oh, he may leave early. I won't get a chance to meet him, but it's okay. I'm so happy that he's here. So halfway through the concert, they wanted to honor the artists, and they asked sir if he would do that. And somebody asked him, one of the volunteers said, if you're not able to go to the stage, we'll ask the artist to come down. You can do it down near your seat in the front row. It seems he told them, no, they're the artists. We have to show that respect. I should go to the stage. They should not come here. See, somebody of his stature, he need not say that. He need not even think like that. But that's the ultimate level of his humility and his respect for the art form. I just had to touch his feet. That's all we could do, And it's so nice. Something like that is setting such a good example for the next generations. And a few months later, I was singing in Sri Ramaseva Mandali, and he's been a long-time supporter of that organization. And so they told me again, sir wants to come. He'll definitely be there in the concert. I was looking forward also to that concert. Just a few days before, they informed me he's not feeling well. He's a little bit unwell right now. He's not able to go out. So I said it's okay, he should take rest. And on the day of the concert, I just made a call to a common friend and said, please tell sir I'm missing him today. I know he was supposed to come. I'm thinking about him. I hope he has a speedy recovery. Please convey my wishes to him for a fast recovery so that we can see him again soon. They said, yes, don't worry, we'll pass on the message. Have a good concert, and hung up the phone. Within few minutes, my phone is ringing. Shri S.M. Krishna sir would like to speak to you. I was so shocked. So I said, yes, definitely, I got chills. And he takes the phone and he says, Sandeep, I'm not able to come. What to do? I'm not able to leave the house today. Not feeling well. I said, sir, please take rest. Didn't even need to call me, but it means so much. I said, you please take rest, do whatever, recover, and we'll see you soon. I said, I'll be missing you at the concert today. And he said, no, I'm the one who's missing you and missing your good music. That was so touching. So thank you, sir, for that. It means a lot.